Hey everyone, it's Audrey from Audrey Lynn Studios, coming to you from the west side of Canada in Aldergrove, which is close to Vancouver. Today I have a glaze-along for you. So we're going to be glazing this summer bowl. And this bowl is using Amaco, Spectrum, and Mayco glazes and Sanbao transfers. So yeah, grab a coffee and join me as we do this little project together. I should hold it here so you can keep looking at it. And as usual, like and subscribe and share with your friends, and definitely leave any comments. I'm happy to answer your questions or yeah. Okay, let's get going. All right, so here's a bowl that I threw with Plainsman 370 clay. Profile here. And I have sanded the bottom after it came out of an 04 bisque. And first thing to do then is to wipe it off with a clean damp sponge so that you take the dust off and open up the pores. Leave that aside for a minute here. Okay. So there we have that already prepped to be glazed. Now this bowl I threw with a rim, and I don't know, often when I throw things with the rim I think, oh, isn't that a nice little place for underglaze decals? But I'll do that in a bit. With the decals that I'm going to be using, I thought it'd be nice to have a yellow bowl. And I'm going to start with the bottom, or the outside. And the first glaze I'm going to use is Amaco's Marigold Celadon. So let's see here. Just wet my brush a little bit. And I'm thinking, because I'm putting on a few different yellows, it's kind of fun to just try out layering just yellows. So what did I put in my notes? Let me check, because I thought about this ahead of time. I have put 3 times the marigold over the whole thing. Okay, so I've wet my brush and taken the water out. And now you want to make sure that you have a generous amount on your brush. And as soon as you start feeling any kind of drag, it's time to get more glaze. There. And these brushes I'm using, I have a link in the description that you can get off of Amazon. What I like about them is that they don't shed. That's one thing I like about them anyway. And I don't know, they work for me, so I enjoy them. Okay, so just keep covering everything without any drag on your brush. Now, the funny thing is, I'm not a super yellow fan, but I do enjoy seeing a really bright, happy pot. And I like just using different glazes together. Not that I do all the time. Sometimes I just use one glaze. But, okay, so that's your first coat. And I'm going to do, I'll just show that to you here. There. I'm going to do 2 more like that. And then I'll be back. So the outside has been glazed 3 times now with marigold. And since I have the marigold out, I'll do the inside of the pot as well. But I know that I'm going to put, can you see that? Yeah. I know that I'm going to put the underglaze decals just on the rim. So I'm going to take my glaze right up to about there. Now, I don't know if you have a banding wheel, but it does make things a little bit simpler, but not the end of the world if you don't have one. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to do that 3 times as well. All right, so there's our first coat, and I will go ahead and do 2 more like that and get back to you. I thought I'd show you this last layer of glaze. Because you've put 2 coats of glaze on your piece, the 3rd coat goes on quite a bit more smooth. See that? It doesn't get soaked up as much because the pores are already getting filled up with glaze. So it goes on easier. Okay. A little more here. There we go. Okay, this 3rd coat is drying up on the inside, that I'm going to flip it over again, and on the outside I am going to put a layer of Spectrum Curry, which is a floating glaze, and it is beautiful. Just let me grab a pencil. Okay, so I know I want some of the bottom to show just the marigold. So I don't want to start painting my curry on to about here. See, I'm going to start here and bring it down to about there. So let's do that line too. And I know that my glazes are going to overlap. So I've got 1 more after this and then a flux. So let's put it on right about here. All right, so that's where I'm going to paint my curry. Now let's see if I can do that on the banding wheel, or if I need to pick it up. I'm going to try it on the banding wheel. Because curry's a little bit drippy. So far, so good. Just have to check it every once in a while that it's not dripping. Ah, see? Naughty curry. So I'm just going to pick it up and paint it this way and let gravity work this way. And there we go. Now, am I still in frame? I hope so. It's not a very pleasant looking glaze in its raw state. It looks a little bit rude, but it's so beautiful. You'll notice that I'm not too concerned that it's a really straight line. That's just a guide because I'm layering anyway. So, all right. Yeah. Good. Okay. And I think I have that down for two times. All right, so I'm going to let that dry and then come back. Okay, so I've done 2 coats of the curry here, and it's just drying now. So I flip the bowl over and I'm going to draw in my bands on the inside. Now, they don't have to match as far as I'm concerned. If they did match outside to inside, I think it'd be a little too much marigold on the bottom for me. It would be fine, but just for me. So I'm going to make my, let's make sure this is, yeah. I'm going to make my layer of curry start right about here. Something like that. And then, like I said, I know my next one is going to overlap, so I'll put it right about here to about there. Something like that. And pick up my bowl because my naughty curry is so runny. Start glazing that. See that? Yeah, okay, good. So how many of you like yellow? It's not that I don't like yellow. I do like yellow, but I guess I just don't always go for it because it does not look good on me when it comes to clothes. Oops, there goes a motorcycle. And actually doing this, I think I wanted just a little bit of a wider band now that I look at it from the side like this. So I'm going to make that a little bit wider. Something like that. But I do like a nice yellow cherry bowl, especially in the spring and summer. It's lovely. Okay. There we go. See? So I'll let that dry and do one more coat and then come back. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the next glaze, and that is going to be Frosted Lemon by Mayco. Another yellow, just different. And I'm going to apply this yellow just over the curry to the edge. So I could probably do that with my banding wheel. And it's not that the line has to be straight, it's just a little bit, it's just easier to use your banding wheel. All right. There we go. All right. See if I can pick that up for you. Okay, see, it's just overlapping the curry and it's going right to the lip of the bowl. So I'll do that another time. Okay, so that's the second coat of the frosted lemon. And now I'm going to do the inside. And I'm going to take the frosted lemon to the rim, just like I did with the marigold. And overlap it onto the curry and then bring it up. I want to make sure I get enough glaze on there. I am doing it twice, but I want to make sure that they have a generous amount of glaze on there and a nice even coat. All right. Okay. I'll let that dry and do that once again and be back. Oh, I just want to clean off the rim because it gets when you do it on the banding wheel and the lip is down, then it sometimes gets you know, crunchy bits of glaze on there, and I'd like to smooth that out before we move on. And I think I'll just let that dry before I want this to be clean of glaze when I put my underglaze decals on or transfers. And I wanted to say that I bought this banding wheel quite a while ago. It was off of Amazon, so I'll try to find the link for you. It's definitely not a Shimpo. I mean, a Shimpo is like top of the line. I believe they're, you know, they start at $200. I think this one cost me $50. And it has a heavy bottom on it. And this does lift off. But that's just because, I think just because it needs to turn around. Anyway, it's not top model, that's for sure. But I'll see if I can find the link for you. I find it just fine for me. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, so next I'm going to use Mayco's Light Flux. And first I'm going to use it on the outside. And I'm just going to apply it to the top rim, a couple coats, and I'm using one of the fan brushes that come in that set. It's a set that it comes in, and this is one of the tiny ones. So just a nice band of light flux. Fairly thick. There we go. And I'll do that once again. And then I'll come back. All right, now I'm going to put a band of light flux right at this edge of the rim. And I will do one more of those, but I can go ahead and carefully start working on my underglaze transfers. Now, these are the ones that I wanted to use. Oh dear, there's some water on it. Anyway, that's it. And so what I'm going to do, it's going to take a little bit of piecing for this particular application. There are times when you can just use the whole sheet at once, but in this case, I don't want to. So, first things first. Oh dear, it's wet over there. Don't get your underglaze transfers wet. Take a damp sponge and just open up the pores of that clay once again, the square clay. Okay, and then you can start placing your transfers. I've got a little one there. Yeah, I'll take that flower out of there. Get my sponge ready with clean water, and it's been squeezed. Put my transfer on, and then just give it a dab to put it in place and let it soak in to the clay. Let's see if I can pick this up for you. Okay, and then I'm going to keep on doing that by looking for different motifs that I want on the lip of this. I know that I don't want 3 leaves together, so I'm going to take one of those off. Place it on there. What else do we have on this sheet? Let's put this light flux over there. There's all different kinds of leaves on there. So this one was yellowish. You know what I might do is actually take another one of these yellow flowers and put this leaf with it. Can you see it? It's a little bit finicky, that's for sure. There you go. I'm just going to pause you because my husband is coming and he'll interrupt me. Okay, the husband has moved on. It's a working farm around here, so people are in and out all the time, and yeah, anyways. So in the meantime, I cut out all my little pieces. So I'm going to apply them onto my bowl. So here I have a flower, and I don't want it so symmetrical. So I think I'm just gonna like randomly put these flowers. I got about 5 cut out here. Stick that one there. Just don't want to overthink it too much. There we go. And this one here, maybe. So right now I'm just sticking them on. They're going to require a little more tender care. I'm going to have to sponge them more, is what I mean. Yeah, let's do that. Just kind of random. And then I have my little leaves here that I can fill in with. And here, this works nice because I have a couple of the little yellow buds in there. And I have a little yellow bud here. So let's stick that maybe here. And some cute little leafies there. And one little leaf to fill in here. And let's see. Maybe these two leaves. Nope, that's not gonna, not that it has to fit in. It can go off the edge, but that doesn't quite fit. Not like that. That fits. And let's see if this one can fit somewhere else. Maybe I just have to cut them. And that's not bad. That's pretty good. Do that there. It looks like I have a few other little spaces. So maybe one right here. Let's go for this leaf. This way. And here we need something. How about these two? Don't think I get the curlicue in there. That's pretty good. And here, it's like I need just a little something. We also can put it, like take, when we're done, see if anything else is needed. So let's put that right there. Okay. So now they've just been stuck on. So you can see how a page like this could go a long way on an application like this. Let's take our sponge and squeeze it out, clean water, and start dabbing some more. So that's going to loosen up the underglaze onto the bisqueware. It softens up the underglaze and then transfers it onto the bisqueware. Now you don't want it sopping wet, otherwise it will bleed. Even though there is that barrier of thin paper in between. That's all it is, just a thin barrier. So it will bleed if you have sopping water. Oops, that one came up. I think I'm going to go around one more time. And then we can check. Oh, I see something. I don't know if that's such a good idea. Just very gently, maybe. And then we can check it. So I'm going to just go grab my needle tool, which is helpful for pulling up those transfers. And let's check. It looks like it needs a little bit of pressure. That's what it needed, just a little bit of pressure. And there you go. So why don't we just give them all a little bit of pressure. Could use a very light rubber rib, but I don't know. I think then you stand that. Oops, something just came up here. Let me just check if I'm. Ooh, did I put that on the right way? Oh my gosh, you guys! I put it on the wrong way. glad that happened. You can see that everybody makes mistakes and it's not a big deal. You can just cut some new ones out. Do it again. You guys probably saw me putting it on the wrong way too. And you couldn't tell me. Okay, those are on the right way. So let's go here. That's funny. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, missed a few there, but that's okay. It looks kind of nostalgic, so that's all right. No, that's not on there enough. These are the ones I just put on. So give them a little more water, and let's go this way. When you use these on your leather hard, they transfer a lot better. So if you have a plan and you know you're going to be doing this, transferring onto your leather hard is a better idea. But even though I had the plan, life doesn't always give you the best timing. So I just had to get it bisqued. Okay, it's getting there. That's not on there at all. Let's try and see what this one gives us. Better. Let's see now. Yeah, it's better. That's good. It's a cute little pattern, isn't it? And I think you can see what I mean now, how the yellow glazes on this bowl, I think, are gonna really look nice. I had done this once before using like a sky blue, and it was really pretty too. Like that blue, it was really pretty. Okay, two more. And we're going to be putting a zinc-free clear on here, but you could use like a Celadon so that you could just see your pattern through the Celadon, but then you have to remember that your color will change, right? The color of your transfer. So there, I think that's okay. Yeah, it's cute. All right. Okay, so here's our bowl. And now I'm going to put a zinc-free clear on top of the underglaze transfers. Zinc-free is a better choice for putting on underglaze. It doesn't go cloudy. Anything will go cloudy if you put it on too thick, but zinc-free clear, if you keep it nice and light, will not make your leave a cloudy film. So you do not want to be brushing on these like we brushed on the glaze. What you want to do is pat it on to seal those in place so that when we do go back and brush on, these are all protected. It's like a little barrier, or barrier coat, you might say. Now this is clear, so I don't have to worry that I drop some in my bowl. That's not going to change anything. But if you don't like it, then just take your sponge and just a really gentle out. So you can see that we're not smearing anything by brushing. We're just patting. There. And we're just going to let that dry before putting on our next layer. And I do want to say that while I was away here, I did put another coat of the light flux on that band. Okay. Be back. Okay, I'm going to put another coat of the zinc-free clear on this band. I wanted to show you that I actually thinned down my zinc-free clear quite a bit. So I can put a couple of coats on and it's not going to go cloudy. So you see, now we can paint this normally because our underglaze transfers are already sealed by that first coat. And I'm going to do another one after that. So let's put on our last coat of zinc-free clear together. And then we're all done. It's ready for the kiln, except I have to put my signature on the bottom. There we go. There you have it. So this is going in the kiln, tomorrow. And I'm going to be firing at cone 6 with the 5-minute hold. I want to see a lot of dripping in the glazes here and on the side. So stay tuned. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, and keep an eye out for a couple other Glaze-a-Longs that I've already filmed coming up. One of the bowls is in the kiln right now, so I can't show you the finished product. I also have a workshop on more pretty things you can make with extruded clay tubes. And as I said, I have a bowl in the kiln, so there'll be a kiln opening up soon too. So thank you very much. I really appreciate all my subscribers, and spread the word. And yeah, by all means, leave me tips about what you'd like to see. I'm happy to put it on the list. Okay, see you later and peace out.